All right, part 2 on Garden of Eden and Kamala, the Dawn, Elon Musk and such being over the garden. So we have Obama, the dark sun and such also coming in, and all these things play a role into that so-called eclipse of the 46th, the day that Donald Trump was born. And you have 46 Biden, and then basically everybody got their K shot when they came out of that corona crowning for the election this season. So this will be for a dividing of nations and for the extras that are called for their lines that they've already taken, per se. And now comes that script because they mess up the lines and those types of things. And we might need to get that valid ID for that kind of jam session going on, for that loud amp blast in the ears that people don't want to hear. So as we're under a new time and a new day, and in one aspect on a carnal scene, we are entering the end of the first day on a spiritual scene, and that's where the 24 comes in, and then the 24 to the 48 is another day. So this is where the people over here in the garden, in the spiritual garden, they're going to be blocked. They're going to be in nighttime, basically. Kamala and the dark sun, Elon and such, is going to be taking place on this old heaven and earth. That's the whole heaven and earth. And then kind of dawn, this is like folded together in your prayer hands, per se. All right, in one way. And then so dawn's over here with man and eagle, but they're trapped over here in the lion and the ox. Okay, so the ox is tied to Elon and the lion is tied to the religions and Jesus, and the Jesus, the G-man, is tied to the Baal worship, the law, and that's the Baal worship is also tied to Trump trials and whatever else. Not to get sidetracked on that. Either way, done plenty of stuff on that. So as dawn's over here, okay, there's a new day starting, and he's going to start looking or sounding a little off. And this could be like the dark dawn coming, where he's under the tunnel in a matter of speaking, and he's behind the glass in a matter of speaking, and he already says that he looks different and behind the glass and those things. So he's working in that so-called twin aspect. So also they could be saving this time frame on the cross and the crosshairs for the Harris and such, for that insurrection day, part 2 for the inauguration. So this would be tied to the long shot and such. So I mention these things because all these are little chess moves. It's going to put them into a little predicament, because I was taken up into the high place and shown some things, and that's why I'm even able to bring these things together for you. All right, but the lion basically comes down and eats the ox, and that's where the 666 chakras and whatever are gonna got that fence, got that electrical fence right there, and the Humpty Trumpty's already on the fence, and you're seeing him fall. So, and then when you get over there, it's hot and heavy, so you're gonna have that serpent hatching out of there. The dawn over here, the dark dawn, that can tie to the Combs, Epstein, whoever they got him, whatever, and they can also say that's the twin. All right, that would be another flip flop or whatever, is saying that's not me, that's the twin doing that. Those types of things. And then he comes out with like a long lost half brother or half sister or whatever kind of thing. All right, we'll see how they work these little things into the grand scheme of the big picture show. All right, but now that we're at a certain point and we've done some work and tested our talents the past few years or whatever, these things are, and we're reaching these 88-mile-an-hour speeds and passing these 88-mile-an-hour zones and such the past month and this month, and but the things are coming into a major focal point, and things are just opening up, and the putting it all together now it's on a whole nother level, it seems. But so y'all pass the channel, because we have Adam in the New York, the Madison Square Garden. It's squared up. Got him on that downside slope as he goes down in different ways. We may not so-called recognize him. So the BRICS has been turned on. The summit in October and such, and the so-called ripples, if you go and read about it, are going to start affecting and hitting the earth in December and such. So, and then we have Elon. You have to think about these things, folks. Elon, man, there's a bunch of things with him, but he is so-called the richest man based on so-called petrodollars, but he has companies and such that are based on electricity. And then we just are now finding major lithium sources and such. So all these things are playing into a role of going into a new heaven and earth and starting a new way and giving a rest to the oil and the blood of earth and those types of things, because we can only use that blood for so long. It's kind of like, well, that's going to be a whole nother thing. So as we go into a time of rest, we can actually do electricity for free with magnetism and things, and you'd basically just need a small battery on there to harness the energy of the on and off switch or bringing the magnets together. But otherwise, it's all there, people. Okay. And then we're also magnetic through breathing in the oxygen that we breathe in, and then it attaches to the iron or whatever metals we have in us, and it makes us stick to this earth and stick to each other and all those nice sweet things. So Dawn's over here. The moon, so-called, according to the solar system, Kamala, she's over here. Elon, the dark sun, he's over here. They don't feel him till they get over there. And then the moon goes down eventually. And then look for the dark sun. Okay, and that's when they're, shit. Back to sleep, back to sleep, back to sleep. Our robots are broken. We must get a new machine. And then we come out with a new ox, the Optimus Primus, the Optimus Primus. All right, and that's a truck. We see that's a truck first. So either way, we're going into new heaven and earth, and we'll get to man and all those things. We'll switch back around and be kind of the same kind of thing, and whichever. All right. This would be maybe like the 80s to today, or in a way, but you have it here and it's flipped over. Okay. But that's where you'd have a Reagan coming in and setting up Nazi America, where the cops can come in and knock down your fucking door just because of whatever. Okay? There's a war on drugs. We hate these drugs, but take these drugs. These drugs are good. That's the image given life. You're all drugged out and you don't even fucking know it. That's why you don't have a fucking clue what's going on in the fucking world today. And they're telling you straight up in your face, and if you think it's all real and you're going out and voting and shit, then you're already given over to the image given life. And that's your Washington, that's your Jesus, that's your right, that's your wrong, that's your left, that's your whatever, that's your dragon with the West Wing and the right wing and all these other fucking wings. It's all the same shit. They all bring civil shit to divide you while they're all working on the same political scheme. The petrodollar is that old global system. They're taking out the old global system. It's at a breaking point. And now that it's at the breaking point, the king has to show himself and redo the fucking structure and bring in the new thing. Okay? It's pretty fucking simple.